Hi everyone, it's Caleb Coles here. I'm an Australian singer-songwriter. Sorry I haven't posted as much recently. I got sick again, which is a bit frustrating, so I wasn't able to do any more videos, but I'm back, and today we're going to be reacting to Morissette Amon. This is the second half of her Asia Song Festival performance. I already reacted to the first part, which you can find on my channel. So this is going to be the song's Best of My Love and Emotion. So, well, why don't we just get straight into it? If you end up enjoying this video, make sure to subscribe. That's awesome.
Hey, yeah. Hey, yeah.
Wow. Up to the G there. Wow. So to do that at the start of the song, all those runs, you have to be so accurate with your pitch and the differentiation between the notes as you slide. Otherwise it just sounds like you're going, like it doesn't sound right. And so she starts with that distortion. She goes all the way up to the G, and then she does a little kind of whistle, like she lets her voice crack and then hits a whistle voice note. Oh, well, I don't know how high it was, but it was pretty high. She's throwing the jacket off. She's getting into it. Let's keep watching. Cool. The thing about this kind of genre, this kind of Mariah Carey, diva, like powerhouse genre, which is really hard to do, is when you're not quite nailing it, it's really, really obvious. So if you're nervous or you're a little bit out of breath or like you're a little bit under the weather, it goes from sounding incredible to terrible very quickly. And so you can see her strutting around the stage. She's very animated. She's right in the moment. And often just the nerves and walking around strutting can make you lose a little bit of breath, and then you lose a little bit of strength in your vocals, you lose a bit of confidence, all of a sudden it all unravels. And I've heard some phenomenal singers just when they're live and when the pressure's on, they don't quite match that real fantastic superstar level, and she's absolutely smashing it. And that is an enormous stadium, that's an enormous crowd. So yeah, kudos to not only sounding incredible, but keeping it up in this kind of environment. Yeah. She loves around that E. She can just really, you can hear, she's just got this ring, and I know what it feels like. The ring feels like it's right here. It's called the nasopharynx region. You're always using that. Every note you sing, it resonates there. But she's getting a real ping off that area that's just that's just really releasing. And that's that sound when you're hearing when she's goes into that vibrato with that resonance. And she's, it's a safe spot. So she might add a bit of distortion on the low, or she might do a little bit of head voice, like a ooh, ooh, for a moment, but then it's straight back into that chest dominant mix where she just belts it right in that space. Yeah. Yeah, so she goes, what's that? Yeah, so she goes up to the C in whistle voice, and wow, that was crazy. And really great control. You see, she's got a real great breath support system. And breath support isn't about... People think that breath support is being able to have lots of air pump through to hit notes, but it's actually the opposite. It's actually the ability to just slowly release the right amount of air and regulate the air perfectly. And you can tell she's able to do that. She's able to get power, change resonance, go into whistle voice. Whistle voice, you want a bit less air, you want to hold it back. Belting, you might want a little bit more, but not too much. Head voice, you can have a bit more than you have with belting. And to do it while she's strutting and doing all this stuff, it just, to me, it speaks that she's not a lazy singer. When you get lazy with your breath support, you then tend to put the pressure back up on your throat, and then you start to, and then you weather, 2 minutes into the song, you're getting a bit sloppier, but she's not doing that, and it's really great to watch.
Oh, baby, you got me feeling emotions higher than the heavens above. Oh, you got me feeling emotions, oh, deeper than I ever dreamed of. Oh, baby, you got me feeling emotions higher than the heavens above. And you know the way make me lose control. When you look into my eyes, you make me feel so
Wow.
You got me feeling higher.
Wow.
Thank
That was
you.
awesome.
Come time me die.
Oh, far out. Okay. So, by the end of that song, when you're singing like that, trust me, your kind of diaphragm region and all your breath support, you're going to start to get a bit tired. In the same way, when you run, your muscles get a little bit tired. You just need to take a break and, just take a moment, let them recover, and then you can go and run again. It's kind of the same with your diaphragm. When you're 5 minutes into a song that's got a lot of energy and a lot of gusto, usually it's actually not up here that's tight at all. It's down here. Well, that's what I find, particularly if you're doing everything right with this kind of a song, with that it's constantly singing, like line after line after run. There was no instrumental breaks. It was just full on. And so by the end of it, you start feeling it. And then it's at that moment, she's got to do that crazy whistle voice run, that that kind of thing, a few octaves higher than what I just did, and probably 3 or 4 octaves higher. The confidence, the ability, all that stuff has to be not only as good as what you're seeing, but far better. What do I mean by that? I mean, when you're performing live, you never do the limit of your ability, because if you do that, if anything's slightly off, then the whole thing crumbles. So what you do is you get to your limits and you peg it back just a little bit so that you know that you can perform it, right? Because when the heart's beating and the nerves are hit and you're slightly more dehydrated than normal because you're sweating a little bit more. So like all those little variables, what that says to me is that if she's able to do this perfectly like that live, then her limit is actually quite a bit further than that, because she's able to do this so perfectly. I don't know if I articulated that very well, but really, really fantastic performance. She nailed everything. And for me, a huge difference between someone who is talented and someone who becomes a superstar is, a lot of it's luck, to be honest with you. There's a lot of talented people that don't make it anywhere. But other than that, it's the ability to step up at big moments, make or break moments. Some people that are super talented that just don't have the right kind of mindset. They might do well, but they don't seize the opportunity. And Morissette Amon, in front of this huge platform and this big moment for her, completely crushed it. So great job to her. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. I am going to be posting a little bit more regularly to make up for some of the videos that I didn't post, so you can expect a few extra per week for the next few weeks. Thanks guys, see you soon.